Hey guys, what's up? It's me once again. This is Mzansi and USA news. So from time to time, I have to drop some news from the US. And what better way is there to go through the Twitter feed today? I've never done this for the US. I've always done it for South Africa. But Elon Musk here posted an organic traffic, which basically represents a December 2022 to December 2023 traffic accessed by mobile and via the web on both X and Instagram. You can look at it for yourself. Let's click on it just to amplify it. When you look at X, it's sitting at 450 million over the period via the mobile. This is mobile access. This one is sitting at about 310 million. That is Instagram. Can you see that? And then via the web, once again, more people access X, 610 million roundabout, and then 480 million is Instagram for that period under review. Then, in response to that, you get Order to Joy saying, I'm not only going to be leaving Twitter, I'll be leaving the US if Elon Musk doesn't resign. The fact that he fired those three great men as soon as he took over Twitter, and the fact that he ignores the calls of people wanting him out, proves how much of a dictator he is. I'm leaving tonight. Interesting. The first question, obviously, I'll ask in this individual, why did he see it necessary, seeing that we don't know who he is, we know who Elon Musk is, why did he see it necessary for him to post this? But nevertheless, let's see what others have to say. Bye-bye, good riddance. That's George Reiner. East Craig says, okay. Mike Dutero says, I at Arsenal part-time trawler, okay. And then Isaiah Mark Sanchez says, adios, amigo. That means bye-bye. And then Melody, there, bye. See that? That's what Melody is saying. Then Kylie Campisi, lol, whatever that means. I think you wanted to say lol. Replying to K-Pack, go. That is Haley Girl USA. Pierre Park, lol. The couple of flights leaving the country, go on Scoot. Paul, you don't need to announce, just go. There you go. You don't really need to announce it. Why don't you just go already? Diane Almas, you said that last week. You still here? Goodbye again. Or is it yet another empty promise? You see, people can't wait for you, for your departure. Your departure can't be soon enough, apparently. Fire Snake 77. And where are you moving to? China? No, he's not moving to China. There is no First Amendment in China. There is no 2A in China or Second Amendment, okay? In fact, none of the things he keeps on saying on X, he would be allowed to say in China. Mark says, you're leaving, I guess, you leaving would make America great again. I guess that's a mega guy. Taco says you need to move to a real country like Hawaii, where they know how to run a democracy. Okay, maybe that's somewhat a dry joke or something like that, because Hawaii is part of the US. You already support a team that's closer to me than you. You already support a team that's closer to me than to you. Okay, I'm sorry guys, I don't understand what CCT is saying there. Mark Hanft says, lol, you're going to leave us. You're going to leave the US? Yeah, right. That's such a left-wing thing to say. Bye-bye, anti-famine. I agree with Mark. There's no way this guy is leaving the US. Where is he going to go? I mean, think about it. The US is a blueprint for democracy. You love the US, hate them. That's immaterial to me. Okay? I'm not a lefty. I'm single-minded about what I want. I'm one of those people who believe the universe did not make itself, God made it, okay? And I'm one of those people who believe that in the day that God created man, he made them male and female, okay? That's what Genesis 1:26 through 27 says. I believe that. So that's where I'm at. So when I then look at the different democracies in the world, sure, you may consider going and living in Sweden, but what is the population of Sweden versus the population of the US? What is the likelihood that if you come from a country like the US, you would cope with staying in Sweden in the first place? Perhaps you could move to Hungary if they will accept you with your leftist ideology. Because I don't think Hungary wants people like those there. Nevertheless, where are you going to go? You're going to come to South Africa? South Africa is very close to China in terms of its behavior. Yeah, we have a constitutional democracy. That's what they tell us. But we saw their true colors in the last COVID in 2020 through to 2021, where a president single-handedly completely undermined the constitution. He literally set it aside. And you know what? No court ever challenged it. None whatsoever. Nevertheless, where are you going to go? China? There's no way you're going to Xi Jinping. Let's move on. Mark in SF says he basically Hitler of social media. He's basically a Hitler of social media. Who's that? Is it Elon who's basically a Hitler of social media? Okay, I don't know. That's not too specific, so I'll leave it at that. Levon. Oh, please, leave and don't look behind you. Phil White says goodbye and don't hurry back. No, he certainly will hurry back, Phil. Make no mistake about it. I just want to see if you're wearing the mega hat. Yes, he is. Make America great again. I suspected that. That's why I checked it out. Nevertheless, he certainly will hurry back, Phil. No place is better than home, by the way. I'm saying this being a South African who has lived during apartheid and now living in the democratic dispensation. There's no country better than home. Yes, we've got our challenges, but there's no place better than home. Okay? Nevertheless, let's proceed. Sue the bastard. Wow. Okay. I don't know how you trapped me to read something like that. You don't even matter, dog. Sue is just affirming what I said earlier on. We don't know who you are. Why are you telling us about your departure? Just imagine me posting on X that I'm leaving. Really. I mean, for me, it's self-overestimation. I mean, we all know world over who Elon Musk is. Conservative American values. Be a man. No need to announce your departure. No one will even notice. True that, ultra mega. That guy called Noel, probably software engineer, I don't know, replying to, yo, can I have your US passport? No, you may not. That would be criminal act in the first place. Alan Shetzo. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the surname correctly. Well, then leave the USA. Board of Disinformation. Why do people... Okay, well, I guess it's an alias. But some of the names here are very strange. X is a global app. So which rock will you be moving? You guys are so funny. I like how you are receiving this, terrible news of Kate Packed leaving. So Tim Sylvia says, stop teasing us. As though, by the way, that's a satire. Big Lad Ainsley Maitland Nas. This is not an airport, dude. Some people are crazy. Sorry, I did not read this before, guys. That's why now I just decided to do it straight off the cuff without any preparation. I normally prepare for my videos, but I deliberately decided not to do so for this one because it's supposed to be easy. I mean, it's just reading tweets, but I'm finding out that some of you are quite crazy, you know. And recently, I learned from listening to CNN that and BBC that some American and UK and British newsreaders are on crazy pills just by what they were saying on TV. It's amazing. Nevertheless, I won't tell you lest they try to sue me. Let's proceed. Norbert Cypos. Norbert Cypos or Sipos. Come on. Be a nodding. Okay, now I don't know if that's English. Be a nodding Yan CSI at Meta. Okay, so you must cross the line and go over to to Meta. Wakuna. No need to announce. Just leave. Goodbye. Solid. You have a blue tick. Question mark. Kathy Starling. The thing is, I guess he's probably asking if you've got verified and you've got such verified status on Twitter, and you are telling us that you are leaving. Really, what's that all about? That's basically, I guess, what he's trying to say, but I don't know. I mean, this is the problem of writing short sentences like this. You have to read and put in a meaning, and I don't like to attach meanings to other people's statements because I don't like when other people are doing it to my own statements. It can easily be misrepresentation. Kathy Starling, do what you want. Do you, boo? Do you? I like Elon, so I think I will keep X. Okay, she's right. Because whether you like X or not, I think it will be a smart move to keep it for the sake of the info that you get via X. Okay? But nevertheless, that's just me. Masiej Sulash replying, leave the US, do it. Kathaid back killer. Well, that's your choice. True that. Carlos Ruiz Del Vizo. I recommend Tottenham in the UK. Great city. Yeah, I'm sure it's a great city for people with a left-wing ideology, seeing that there is an influx of people from the East in the UK. Crop gun. You were leaving tonight 3 days ago. Interesting. So this guy is pretending to be leaving because somebody has already said this, that I thought you were leaving last week already. And then Mariano Sagastegue. It's difficult to read some of these names, so I might obviously be missing the mark, but at least I'll get a half mark for trying. Easy, soy boy. Easy. C. Chris R. Go with God, but just go. Okay. Stephen K. Hurry up and leave. Jim Hill. Good luck at your new home. Conservative American values, the Ultra MAGA. Goodbye and good riddance. Bill Reveal. Bye-bye. Downtown Ferry, just laughing at him. Lots of people say the same thing, but costs never leave. Get your excuses ready. Of course, he's not going anywhere. As I've said, where is he going to go? Australia? Have you seen what their dictator leader did? He makes the guy, what's the boy that is in Canada? He makes him look like he makes Trudeau look like a school choir boy, man. He really makes him look like a school choir boy, the Prime Minister of Australia. If you look at his COVID rules and how he treated the people in Australia as though they were his kids, amazing. Oh no, please don't. The US Twitter needs you. Of course, that's a satire. That person doesn't mean that. So please don't take it seriously and come and give us an excuse that some people were begging you now. Ha 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 by Felicia. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Yes, please don't. Michael Sandberg, nobody cares about your opinion. You're not important to anyone. Bye, Felicia. Okay. Nedra Beckham, he owns it. I don't think he's going anywhere. That is now. It's like, da, the man owns X. He's not going anywhere. So Michael Sundberg says, nobody cares about your opinion. You're not important to anyone. Bye, Felicia. I think he wants to say what Oracle up there said. Bye, Felicia. It's not Felicia, it's Felicia. That indicates, of course, that a person is not that important, which basically we all agree on, that if we do not know you, your departure is not going to cause us any harm. It doesn't add nor reduce us in any way possible. So please do not waste the airwaves by trying. I mean, for example, we could have been talking about, well, there's a lot of things we could talk about, right? Nevertheless, I don't want to necessarily politicize this. Nedra Beckham, he owns it. Well, I read that and I find it very funny. It almost choked me. Need any helping That's Todd McNeil. Need any help packing? Now observe that this guy has not yet responded to any of these. And some of these people are being pretty kind to him, you know? In fact, almost all of them. I mean, I haven't heard anybody here saying good riddance to bad rubbish or anything like that, right? The closest that they became to not being kind is to simply say goodbye, Felicia. Let's proceed. Meza Rakam, you late, and more than once. So Meza Rakam is literally exposing this guy, because here he took a screenshot of his departure on the 28th of June. He said, on the 28th of June already, Elon Musk ruined Twitter, I'll be leaving tomorrow. So you were supposed to have left on the 29th of June. Where and how did you get the blue tick? So, Peter Robert Reed, have you gone yet? Steve Clickbait. Okay, I guess he may be right. That's a clickbait. David Shearer, don't let the door hit ya where the good Lord split ya. The Lord is not in attendance of splitting people when David. Nevertheless, Rotten Twinkie. Gee, man, what an alias to choose. Now say it without crying. Americans, I'm telling you. Terry Torres, and you still here. No one will miss you. That's what I'm laughing at, in case you're wondering why I'm laughing. Because I just read what Terry Torres said and my eyes were on what Asin is saying there. No one will miss you. I think, as human beings, we obviously have a sense of self-importance about ourselves, but sometimes others esteem themselves more highly than they ought to. I think that is a situation with this individual. Let's continue. Michael A. Morrison. Okay, then leave. Semiam. On your mark. Ready? Go. Excuse me. Now, not a snowflake. Lol. See ya. Kalamasias. Good. Victoria. Bye-bye. Clive Palmer, good riddance. Valerie Ndonwi, you are not a very serious, I guess. If you are very serious, you can buy Twitter and bring them back. For now, this guy is crazy. For now, where is he going to get 43 billion? Eh? Where is he going to get 43 billion? I mean, the fact that on his departure, some people are saying bye-bye Felicia is evidence that he's not a wealthy figure. That is, he's no Bill Gates, let alone being an Elon Musk. He's nowhere near these individuals. Nevertheless, let's proceed. SoCal guy, great to hear you are leaving the US. Can we help you pack your bags? Okay, I've seen that one. So apparently there is a satiation point even with jokes because the first time I saw that I found it funny, but now I didn't find it funny the second time. Or at least it didn't reduce me to laughter as I did the first time. Johnny Olschlegel, bye. Stephen Jones, see ya. Yvette Lotz, bye. Dylan, bye. Terry Parker, bye. Guys, this is boring. Kenton Shelton, maybe he did not think they were wanted as employees. His business, his decisions. You saying you are leaving the US because of one man does not say much about your character. Have a good trip. Factually correct. Facts don't care about your feelings. Leo Peck. Now, Leo Peck looks like a Democrat. Let me hope that I'm wrong. Let's see what he has to say. Maybe you can arrange a charter flight with Barbara, Whoopi, Taylor, Tom Hanks, etc. Of course, I'm joking. I mean, what do Democrats look like? Okay, I'm joking. So I don't want a comment here asking me a silly question. What do Democrats look like? But from a distance, it just looks like. Okay, let's hypothesize here. If the World Economic Forum guy, Klaus Schwab, stayed in America, what would he be? A Democrat or a Republican? That's what this guy's picture from a distance, I didn't amplify the picture. That's what his and the glasses from a distance reminded me of. Hence I said he looks like a Democrat. But that is also, of course, also meant to be a joke. Don't take it seriously. Leo Peck, let's just amplify your picture so that we can see you properly. Come on now. Okay, his picture is doing, so let's proceed. Latin Rusky, need help packing your bags? Move to South Africa. No! We don't want more lefties here. We already have the African National Congress dangerously ruining our country. We don't want more. No, no, no. 1,000 times no. Hevatung, Latin Rusk, how dare you? Hi man, you are disappointing. You know I was enjoying myself all along until I came across your tweet. Or rather your post, because Elon doesn't want us to call these tweets anymore. And I think if he paid for the 3 billion, he actually can tell us what to call them. Ganesh S. I think quitting means just not posting anything, not closing account. We can at least continue to gain smell of their talent. Thomas Hall. As quote by George Jefferson. Don't let the doorknob hit ya where the God Lord split ya. As I already said, I don't know which Lord is that. Okay, well, I guess the Lord does spew people, but you guys are saying split ya. That's what you are saying, and not spew you, because he says, I'll spew you out of my mouth, right? Nevertheless, maybe that is George Jefferson's English, because when did George Jefferson live? That is like hundreds and hundreds of years ago. That's a long time ago. Let's proceed. Maggie Mac, Makes no sense that you are having a tantrum over Elon Musk business decisions. That is true. That is very, very true. It's like 2-year-olds, right? They are in your house, but they'll throw tantrums in your own house about the decisions that you are making. You're very right, Maggie Mac. This guy is on Twitter and he's complaining about the Twitter owner's decisions. I mean, he's crazy. Dennis, oh, he's on X. Dennis, when are you leaving? And don't let the door hit you on the way out. By the way, shout out to Elon for unbanning Alex Jones. Now, I'm not discussing the merits and the demerits. I'm just simply saying shout out to Elon for unbanning Alex Jones. Alex Jones has been almost like prophetic in his precision. If you have watched his program, as a South African who has watched a lot of American news, I always found it very, very strange that the mainstream media did not seek to invite Alex Jones, considering how factually accurate he has been about a number of issues from 9/11 to the weapons of mass destruction and so on and so forth. He has been precisely correct about those issues. Sure, he's been wrong about Sandy Hook, and I do think that he was taken advantage of there, having followed his program and all that. But it was also wrong of him to say what he said. But he has apologized for it publicly ad nauseum. I mean, there are so many platforms he went to, including early this week's X meeting that was hosted by Elon when he was announcing the release, or rather the unbanning of his account. It was a fascinating discussion. Listen to it. It's available here on X. Peter Zeng, I can buy you a ticket, business class, and moving costs. Hurry up. It's like your departure, is most welcome. We would be better. There is a saying that some people add to your life when they arrive. Some people add to your life by their departure, right? So that's what Peter Zeng is saying. You can't believe how much value you have added to my life, such that I'm willing to pay you a ticket and your moving costs. Amazing. Bye and good luck. He's certainly going to need luck, because I don't know where he's going. He's leaving a blueprint for democracy to go to where copycats. Truly. Don't go away mad. Just go. Jim says, oh, by the way, that was Stephen Riley. Jim says, goodbye and don't let the door slam you on your way out. Okay, I've heard that one, Jim. So you're not being profound or original right now. Why wait till tonight? Do the now that's fresh, Mosh. That's very, very fresh. I only heard it since I started reading these tweets. Good on you. Crash Gaming, replying to Kate Peck, goodbye, I don't even know whose you are. And that is saying something. I wish you all the best outside the USA. He's gonna need those wishes and the luck. You realize how pathetic these rains makes you look, don't you? Nah, it really makes him pathetic. As I've said, it's like a 2-year-old, for those of us who are parents, throwing some tantrums in your own house. It's fascinating to watch and very cute on a 2-year-old. It's not fascinating to watch on a teenager. How much more about a person who's an adult? I suppose this individual has already had a full brain development, I suppose. But I've got my own suspicion by what he wrote here. Let's move on. Richard Yokabet. You realize how that was Richard. Okay. Blender Thoughts. Haven't you been leaving for the past couple of Is it been years? I thought it was just months. John Gwynn. Bye-bye. Don't let the door hit your okay on the way out. I don't read expletives. Anybody who's listened to my channel will tell you that I don't read expletives on my channel. I have to literally be trapped into that for me to read it or to be caught unawares. Bill Walton, bye. I don't know. Try Russia. He's never gonna make it there. Try Russia or Iran. Those sound like good places for you. And then someone else says, you should have left. That's Mawena. You should have left before typing this message. True, very true. Goodbye. Replying to leave already, nobody wants you here. Okay, cannot retrieve post at this time. Please try again later. No, I'm not going to retry. I'm not going to try again later. 30 minutes is a long time. These posts were quite fascinating. You guys have a lot of sense of humor. I'm glad I did this. I'm not regretting. Now, as I've said earlier on, maybe I didn't. This is Mzansi News and the USA News. I share here popular subjects, your politics, from your politics to everything. I do not share the gospel on this channel. I have a separate one where I do that. But on this channel, I focus on all the news, what is breaking news, even though I haven't paid a lot of attention to American news because South Africans are very much into their own politics. They are not having a global outlook into politics. I tend to, because I'm fully aware that when America sneezes, the whole world catches the flu. And to simplify that for those who do not understand, when America struggles economically, the whole world struggles economically. A good example is during Trump years, a liter of fuel in America was $1.87, and in South Africa, you were looking at about a good 15 rands, 99 cents. And today, the liter of fuel in America is anything between $3 to $5, and in some areas even to $7. It depends. But I was looking at $5 plus when I checked them out. And then you look at South Africa, you are looking at about 23 rands a liter. So you can tell that even the prices of food, the meat has increased all over the world because of Biden's policies. Now, you may say, how is that the case? If you understand economics, America does economic trade almost with everybody else. So when they make mistakes, their mistakes are literally affecting everybody else. Even the UK, people in England who understand economics will tell you the same thing, that when America sneezes, indeed, the whole world catches the flu. That's why America's politics should be of interest to anybody who is interested in politics before you come to your own country, because America's foreign policy affects almost every country. That is why when Biden left 85 billion worth of armament in Afghanistan, people like me knew exactly what he was doing. It's therefore no surprise that Hamas has been able to do what they did in Israel, because if you look at all of these jihadist organizations, they are intertwined, they are interlinked. Yes, they have a support base from Iran, but that's not their only link. There's multiple links, including with the so-called communist regimes like Russia, like South Africa, who support these jihadists unashamedly and unapologetically. So this is very, very important. I live in such a country, and in America, Biden pretends, at least in South Africa, the communists that are running this country are not pretending. In America, you have a president who's literally playing the entire nation for a fool by his actions. Look at how he has treated this issue of what has happened in Israel on the 7th of October, and how his intervention sought to deter Netanyahu's response, and introduced something that America has always said under both the Bushes as presidents, that we don't negotiate with terrorists. But nevertheless, I don't want to delve into that in this video because I've enjoyed this video. I enjoy almost all the videos that I make, but obviously, as I said, this one I did not research. I didn't need to research for it, But most of the videos that I make, I have to research for, because that's important to speak from a position of knowledge rather than to speak as an ignoramus. It is very important, however, for Americans to read, to pick up books and read about what's happening elsewhere, because I think you'll better understand your own politics, because America has influenced the world in a very almost negative manner in the presidency of Obama and now the presidency of Biden. And if you ever have an opportunity to listen to Yuri Bezmenov's interview, which was done in the 80s in America, where he was talking about how to destroy a country from within, you'll see that's exactly what Joe Biden is doing. If you don't have an opportunity to listen to those series of videos by Yuri Bezmenov, a Russian spy who left the KGB and came to America and literally defected and empowered you with a lot of information about the tactics of the KGB and how how the communists infiltrate and subvert the economy of the country and the country's behavior from within. You can see that's exactly what Joe Biden has been doing. I don't have to be specific. I can be specific. In fact, maybe I should. If you look at the identity politics that Joe Biden has exalted, if you look at the terrorists that Joe Biden has identified to be the right wing, MAGA, people who, MAGA simply means make America great again. If you can think that a president in his own country can identify people who are seeking to make his own country great again as terrorists, you can clearly see what he's doing if you are fully awake and you understand politics. But unfortunately, most Americans do not. I mean, I watched a video recently that talks about the ignorance of Americans, where some people do not even know what is the capital of America. For me, we can't afford to be asleep, because these communists are not asleep. They have a hegemony. Those of us who believe, who are patriots, who love our countries, who believe in freedom of speech, who believe in First and Second Amendment, as they are called in America. They are called something different in South Africa. For example, First Amendment in South Africa is paragraph 16 of our Constitution, freedom of speech. So it's very, very important for people to be fully awake and not to live in silos, because these globalists and these communist terrorists do not live in silos. They are single-minded about what they are trying to achieve. And therefore, for us to thwart it, we also need to be single-minded about what we support and what we don't support. It's very, very important for people to wake up, to be informed, to know exactly what's happening in Israel, to know exactly about what's happening, most importantly, in America, because that's going to determine what happens to the rest of the world. If the globalists can prevail in their agenda against America, believe you me, in South Africa, we have a president who proclaims, like Obama, that he believes in the international order publicly. And what is amazing, I don't hear any so-called political analysts in our country picking that up, or journalists in the mainstream media. It's exactly the same kind of thing in America, where what you call Hunter Biden's laptop was completely suppressed and was called a propaganda of Russia by 50 intelligence agents, senior agents at it. So their propaganda is, they have tremendous hegemony. You get the point? Their propaganda is directly out of The Naked Communist as a book. Or if you don't have time to listen to what I was recommending, that is Yuri Bezmenov videos. I recommend those videos highly. There's 2 videos specifically where he gives a lecture about how to subvert a country from within. There's another video where he talks about he's being interviewed in the studio. I'll probably, if I can find them online now, I'll probably post them on the description below this Twitter feed for you guys to listen to them. You'll be amazed about how much Joe Biden is taking what his cue from that. It's clear that Joe Biden is not practicing Democrats or left-wing politics as you would know them. He's practicing left-wing politics as China and Russia would want him to. And that is why the country is where it is. Now, don't be deceived about the wars. This is one thing you need to understand. Read a little bit about Hegel, so that you understand the what you call the Hegelian dialectic theory, where you have to create a crisis. You've had, I think it was Obama's advisor or Clinton's advisor who said that they should not lose an opportunity to take advantage of a crisis, to make the most out of a crisis. The Hegelian dialectic theory, it says create a crisis. So it's a, you've got a thesis, and then you've got an antithesis, and then you've got a synthesis. That's when they bring the solution. So they create a crisis, and then obviously there is a response to the crisis that they have created in the public domain, and then they come up with a solution that they would otherwise have not been able to come out had there been not a problem. And meanwhile, this problem was created by them. Now, if you read Naked Communist or you listen to Yuri Bezmenov with an objective mind, you will come to the same conclusion that Joe Biden and Obama, and not only these two, you will be shocked that Bill Clinton, the two Bushes were pushing exactly the same agenda, so that they can push us into the what they call the new international order. The only president out of all these presidents that have not pushed that agenda publicly, if he's pushing it privately, is Donald J. Trump. He has never, ever, not once publicly pushed that agenda. And I'm saying that deliberately because in my country, South Africa, there are people who believe that Trump is controlled opposition. He's no different than these guys. But nevertheless, I don't like to speak about things I know nothing about. You understand? And I have blogged on those people's channels, and I've asked them for evidence, and they have not been able to provide me with any evidence that Donald Trump is controlled opposition. So then I would ask, how then are your assertions publicly not a propaganda? A communist propaganda geared to malign and impugn an integrity of Donald Trump so that he doesn't win elections, so as to propagate or to continue the agenda of the communists, which they are continuing under Joe Biden. Nevertheless, guys, it was nice reading your tweets, and if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do. As I've said, I discuss almost everything here except for the gospel of Jesus Christ, which I do on a separate platform completely. And if you've enjoyed this, please subscribe, click like, and then share it with as many people as possible. I certainly will see if I will do something similar to this in future concerning America's tweets, but I found this one very rewarding. Have a lovely one. Today in South Africa is a Saturday, right? So, no, it's Friday. It's like, it's like I'm high on something. There was an American rapper who had a song that I was gonna clean my room, but then I got high. So for me, it's like I was gonna close this video, but then I got high. Now I'm telling you that it's Saturday when it's Friday. It's Friday today in South Africa, Friday the 15th of December. And this, as I have said, is my second last video. I think I'll do then the other videos next year, the Lord willing, from the 8th of January. The Lord willing. So this is my second last video. Hope you'll enjoy it. I have enjoyed making it. Ciao, ciao. Have a lovely one. Lovely weekend. Bye now.